C93. So MRKO. Now this is a transaction code settle consignment pipeline liabilities. And let's see, double click program. Okay, if you look at this program, anything in blue is a keyword from ABAP syntax. Okay, include is basically pulling other programs into this program, and we'll be learning include as well. Types is for data types. What type of data type are we introducing here or defining here? It tells that begin of type message, message ID, like system message ID. Okay. And again, this is keyword. Blue is always keyword. Types, types, data types. And begin and end. This is basically they are defining a structure data set. Okay. And begin of type tags, this will be pulling the data and defining the variables from various tables. So this is basically a table, and this is the field matter. So even if we don't understand it, doesn't matter right now, because we just have to understand how SAP syntax actually looks like. Selection screen, end of block, selection options, parameters, type, all these are keywords. Initialization, this is also keyword. What does initialization do? It basically populates a field. When you run a transaction, there will be some values in the field already. Like if there is a field for date, the date will be mentioned over there. It will be initialized. Initial data will be there at selection screen output. At selection screen, where the parameters will be put in, there will be an output of the fields. You will be seeing the fields. Okay, loop at screen, this is another keyword. Okay, and this is if conditions that have been put over here. These are the blocks. Logics have been given here. So this is just for the understanding. So ABAP syntax, it contains individual ABAP statements. Every statement begins with a keyword and ends with a period. First ABAP word is known as keyword. The other words are either operands, operators like plus, minus, or additions to keywords. Okay. So every statement begins with a keyword, and ends with a full stop. Okay. And over here, if you see, tables are being pulled in. These are the tables BKPF, T01W, and so on. Okay. ABAP words must be separated by at least one space. There can be more than one statement in a program. Line and statement may extend over several program lines. ABAP is not case sensitive. ABAP programs are always divided into two parts, global declaration and procedural part. Global declaration. Now, what is global declaration? If we see tables are being defined over here, these tables will be used over here, okay? And these are the global declaration. So this will be used all over the program, okay? In global declaration, declarative statements can be used to make definition declaration that are visible and valid throughout the entire ABAP program. The declarative part is followed by procedural part, in which the actual processing logic of program is defined. Now the logic is, for example, this is where the logic actually starts. Okay, initialization. If now this is where the logic is being used and defined and inserted over here. To maintain clarity and legibility of program, it is advisable to make this program structure transparent by using comment lines. Now, these are comment lines. You make comments using control plus pointed bracket. Okay. Parameters, this is used for input. Okay, and right is used for creating or showing the output. In principle, ABAP program statements work only with data of the same program. So ABAP program statements that we see over here will only work in this very program, MRKO, in this report. Okay. So external data such as user inputs on screens or data from database must always be transported to data local to the program in order to processed with ABAP statements. So that's why we use includes. If you see, we are including, where is include, okay? So we are pulling tables or programs into the program so that we can work with these parts. The physical units with which ABAP statements work at runtime are called internal program data objects. The contents of a data object occupy memory space in the program. ABAP statements access these contents by addressing the name of the data objects. Name of the data object. So what is the name that we are accessing over here? Data objects. For example, this data object, begin of type block. We will be accessing this and referring it in the program. Each ABAP data object has a set of technical attributes which are fully defined at all times when an ABAP program is running. Technical attributes of data object are data type, data. Okay, now type ABAP Boolean value ABAP false. So data, this is a keyword. This is defining that LT bookers is a data like table, which is data type in keyword. This is keyword. So it is telling that this is a data variable which will be like ls bookers, or to make it simple, data LVTD is type ABAP Boolean. Okay, or like S variant is like this variant. Okay, S variant USR is like this variant. So it's telling that this is a data variable which will be acting like this one. So this is a part of any table which is there in SAP. Okay, there's another way of defining data types, like using this keyword. Will be looking at that as well. Okay, technical attributes of data object are data type, field length, and number of decimal places. Data type determines how the content of a data are interpreted by ABAP statements. Elementary data types: character, numeric, date, time, packed. Packed is basically for decimal places. Floating point, again for decimal places for large numbers. Integer, like whole numbers. Hexadecimal. Type X, this is for hexadecimal, is again 16-bit data type. String, for storing large statements. Hexadecimal string. Okay, this is again used for integrations. There are 5 predefined non-numeric data types: character string, numeric character string, date, time, hexadecimal. These are non-numeric data types. 3 predefined numeric types are integer, floating point, packed number. Integer is whole number, floating point is for decimals, large numbers, packed number gives decimal places as well. Field length for data type: date, floating point, integer, and time is fixed. Date, floating point, integer, T is for time is fixed. Field length determines the number of bytes data object occupies in a memory. In types, character, numerical, hexadecimal, packed, the length is not part of the type definition. Instead, if you define it, length is not part. So you have to define it when you declare data object in your program. Data type packed is particularly useful for exact calculations. When you define an object with type P, type packed, you also specify a number of decimal places. You can also define your own elementary data types in ABAP using types statement. Types. types. Okay. You base these on the predefined data types. These are predefined. These are predefined from SAP. You base these on predefined data types. This determines all the technical attributes of the new data type. So it will copy all the features of this into this one. So you can define your variable and work with your data types. Okay. Okay. Let's write a program. C38. ZT67, 25th March, data types, create. Executable program. On this executable, there are many other types of programs that we'll be discussing. Authorization group is for users. LDB is for logical database. We use this for customizing HCM. Application for what module are we making this? General ledger, human resources, enterprise data model, and so on. Okay. Unicode, of course, this will be used. Save. Local object. This is local object is package. This is a container like a carton. All your program tables, fields will be stored in this package. We are using local database, which is not transported anywhere, transported to any other server. Okay. So types, TY user, 20 space type character. Data. Okay, data. This is keyword, and we are defining a variable first name type TY user. TY user is 20 length of character type. So this is global declaration. Middle name type TY user. Mat number, material number 18 space type C. Material description type character. Phone number type numerical. Amount type P. Packed decimal 2 decimal places. Quantity like amount, unit like amount. So this is like amount. So amount is what? Packed. So we are saving time by not defining a type P. Like amount, null and type string. We don't need this. Okay. Amount 24, 25, quantity 10. Unit is amount by quantity. Amount by quantity. And phone number is number. Okay. Let's add some more code in this. Write F name. F name, M underscore name, amount, quantity, unit, and number. Now this is five spaces. Okay, five spaces, but this is giving red. F underscore name. Okay, check. But still it is red. Anyways. Okay, now what it has produced here. Ten 2.43, and this is basically the number we actually gave. The number 733, but it is omitting one somehow. But anyways, okay. Over here, I'll come to amount, Control Shift F12, Control Shift F12. Okay. And this is debugger, just to see how the program actually works. Okay. Now the program is here. Okay. Amount. I will double click this. It will come over here. It's still 00 because it has not yet processed it. Quantity 00, it has not processed it. So F5, F5, F5. The program is running. Okay, now it has updated it. Okay. 24, 25, quantity 10, hexadecimal value is being interpreted. Okay. And it is going to now F5, F5, and over here it shows. Okay. So this is how you debug a program. We'll discuss this all in quite details. Okay. And C38. Okay. Double click and it will go away. Double click, it will go away. And that that is all. Setting. Debugging. ABAP classic debugger. Okay. Okay. Got it. That is all for today.